This is question 4 in the Business Applications of Integration assignment. Find the consumer surplus and the producer surplus at the equilibrium level for the given price demand and price supply equations. Include a graph that identifies the consumer surplus and the producer surplus. Round all values to the nearest integer. So we have a linear demand curve and a linear supply curve here. So I'm going to go to the calculator and put both of those in. Doc for 1 for a new problem, 2 for a graph. And since I've got both in here, I'm actually going to change the name to D of X for my demand curve, 37.2, then minus 0.6x. 0.06x, then I'm going to put in my supply curve immediately. So I'm going to go ahead and just go down arrow. I'm at F1 again. I'm going to rename that S of X for supply. And since this is positive, the slope is positive 0.05x, I'm going to shift that around to the more conventional y equals mx plus b. And I don't see anything. So I'm going to figure out what my window should be in the calculator page. Control Doc for plus page, calculator page, menu 3 for algebra, 1 for solve, and I'm going to set the demand and the supply equal to each other. And I'm solving for x, except I need to get it out of that. So outside that parenthesis then, comma x. So I know that my equilibrium amount is 220, and that's what they want right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. 220. We'll check that answer. Nice work. Okay, and I could double that to figure out, what my X window should be. But I'm going to go ahead and do one more thing. Menu 3, 1 for solve. And I'm going to take the demand curve, set that equal to 0, and solve for x. X, not w. So that tells me that my y-intercept on the demand curve is 620. So now I have a good idea to what to do with the window. Menu 4, 1. I'm going to go like negative 100 to 700, say by 50s. And then this y-intercept is 37, so I'm going to go like negative 10 to 40, say by 2s. And I should have a pretty good window there. This is the demand curve. This is the supply curve. And I need this intersection because I need that price point, the equilibrium price. I do already know what the x is going to be, 220. And I could have found that by doing either of these functions at 220. So $24 per unit is the price, and we can check that menu 6, 4, and I'm expecting 220.24. So to get the two triangles, I'm going to go back into the graph. I like a red one, so I'm going to go to F2, put in y equals 24. So now I have my two triangles here. And let's see, price at equilibrium, we just figured that out, is $24. 24, check answer, well done. And then consumer's surplus, that's going to be this upper triangle here. I can do that with bounded area, menu 6, 8. And we're going to go from 0, enter, to 2, oh, gotta say graph because we got two different bounded areas. First graph, second graph, then 0, enter, 2, 2, 0, enter. So we get $1,452. Check answer, fantastic. Then our producer surplus, we're going to go from here to here, menu, 6 for analyze graph, 8 for bounded area, upper graph, lower graph. You just have to get the two functions, 0 to 220. So our producer surplus is $1,210. Check answer, good job. And looking back at our picture, we need the two triangles sitting on the y-axis. No, no, this looks like the only one that's reasonable. So we'll check that answer. Good job. That concludes this video.